I'm honoured to be speaking to you today at the British Tamils Athletics meeting. I first of all want to thank you very, very deeply for the amazing contribution that you make to many spheres of British life, from business to the public sector to our cultural life and of course to our communities. Sport can make you laugh, it can make you smile, it can also, if you're an England fan, make you scream with frustration, as many of us have over the last few weeks. But sport is also a great unifier. It's a metaphor for the sort of country we should be and the sort of world we need to be. Because at its heart, sport is about respect for people and admiration for people, not because of the colour of their skin or their religion, but because of the content of their character and their ability to contribute. The team nature of sport says it all about the sort of community I want to live in, the sort of Britain I want to live in, and the sort of world I want to stand up for. The Tamil story is in many ways a crushing story of injustice and violence. And I have come to know over the last few years the depth of pain and anger that's felt in British Tamil communities. And of course, during my visit to Sri Lanka, during the latter stages of the civil war, I saw the horrific conditions in which many of you, your brothers and sisters, are forced to live. I want you to know both that the commitment to a multicultural, multi-faith Britain remains very, very strong at the heart of the Labour Party and at the heart of my search for its leadership, but also the commitment to internationalism is something that I will continue to stand for in any role that I play in the Labour Party. When we talk about internationalism, we're talking about the great causes that bring us together as human beings. And that's why I've continued to champion the cause of peace and reconciliation and equality in Sri Lanka since the general election, having done so as Foreign Secretary. I also know that the pain and grief associated with the last 25, 26 years is something that does need to be addressed, and that's what the UN Secretary General tried to do when he came to his meeting in Sri Lanka, and it's something that we expect the Sri Lankan government to follow through and want to insist that they must follow through in the interests of long-term peace in Sri Lanka. However, I want to end on a positive note. The commitments that you make to our country and to all of our communities is something that means a lot to many people in this country. I want to thank you for what you do. I want to hope that you honour all the winners, but also those who take part in this remarkable athletics meeting. And I want you to be inspired by the fact that in 2 years' time, the very buildings and track that you have been using will be used by Olympic runners from all over the world as part of the London Olympics. This is a time in which we have to stand up for the values of equality, of responsibility and of internationalism. I'm proud to do so, and I'm proud that you do so as members of our community. Thank you very much indeed.